Dr. Cella here, and see, for a long time, it used to be the triple would set up the zone dive. So basically, when you'd run triple, what would end up happening is you would use that to set up the zone dive. So you'd run the triple, and if you got good movement on the action key and you handed the ball off and got more than 4 yards, what the defense would start doing is sending number one to the B back. And then because of that, the backer would take the quarterback or the pitch. And by doing that, what that did was it would open up the way to run zone dive, where the tackle would block the moving target. If he pitched hard enough to the dive, the guard and the tackle would have a natural double team. And then when the quarterback handed the ball off, the B-back would just cut off that block, and the backer wouldn't make the tackle because, well, he wasn't there. So that's how it was done for the longest time. But the problem with that was, for when you couldn't get movement on the action key, you were stuck. So basically what ended up happening was, if you didn't get movement on the action key, then pretty much teams would just let you hand the ball off and you went absolutely nowhere. That's why Army a couple years ago figured out, hey, if we triple team the defensive tackle and hand the ball off, and we use the A-back to wedge with the tackle, so in case number one comes down to take the dive, we're going to get movement on the action key and we're going to get yards. So they used overwhelming force to do so. That's why zone dive became the number one play in the offense for Army and Air Force. Because they used overwhelming force to basically put the defense in a position where number one had to come down and take the dive. And by doing so, then they would run, now they run midline triple option. But that was their triple option because they know number one's going to take the dive and it's going to be a pull or a pitch anyway. So what ended up happening was they got the movement they needed on the zone dive to force the defense to be able to pull or pitch. See, the problem was, for years, if you did it this way where you ran triple and you didn't get movement on the action, you'd hand the ball off, the mic would make the tackle, even the action key would make the tackle, and you wouldn't get 4 yards, and you'd end up punting or turning it over on downs. And the other thing is, they'd let number one would take the quarterback, just because they'd keep letting you hand the ball off. You never would even get the run zone dive anyway, unless you forced it, and then it'd be even worse. Now, with what Army and Air Force are doing by wedging the action key, now they get the movement they need to establish the dive and get it going. And then number one starts taking the dive, and then they start reading that player, and they know they're going to get a pull pitch, and they run midline triple option because they believe that it's better for the quarterback, and it's better, really, especially against a zero technique. So that's why they do it that way right now, in case you were wondering. So if your thought process is still based on, well, we've got to establish triple, well, you're not wrong, but you better establish the zone dive first, because the zone dive sets up the triple. The triple no longer sets up the zone dive. Now, if you got better players, you could probably get away with it, but right now, the way to go is you use zone dive to set up mid-triple. Coaches, if you want to win more games in 2022, there's still time. The Triple Option Football Academy, you'll learn the offense in a 3-step clinic and so much more, over 100 hours of video. Just go to tripleoptionfootball.com/academy and you'll see how the Triple Option Football Academy works. And there's still plenty of time to do a camp. I got a camp in a couple days. I'm going to be in my second time zone this spring. So there's still time for you to win, and win now. Camps are going to happen with or without you. So give me a call. My number's on the thumbnail of this video. So is my website. Get your camp in today and get ready to change your life. Talk soon.